So shortly after making the first video on my setup, and that was, I guess, last year at this point, as is what happens when I go browsing around the internet, I started browsing around Etsy, and I found a case that became the centerpiece of what would be a complete redesign of the video that I showed you. Now, not much looks different at the moment, and we're kind of doing this off the cuff because I just received that case today. This is a case from Finland that I found off of Etsy. I think I'm literally the second person to buy this off the store, and I honestly can't wait to build in it. Now, I've never been one for bespoke cases, mainly because all of the bespoke cases that I've seen are ones that are usually a little bit out of my taste range. And honestly, if we look at the history of like my cases, or I'm sure a lot of you who are watching the cases that you've probably seen on the market, a lot of them, are very gamer focused. But this thing is sort of the perfect mesh of game, like something that will house my gaming PC alongside just being my aesthetic. This is the Kanto by Cubeor, and I believe it's a one-man shop out of Finland. And again, I found this guy on Etsy. This is a mid-size case that fits up to a mATX board. One of the coolest features of this is, other than the fact that this is real wood right here, the coolest features of this, and this is my first time interacting with it, of course, is these gull wing doors. I believe this comes up like this. Yeah. So it looks like a dream to build in. You have full access to every portion of every piece, every side. I'm just so excited. I can't even find the words, and I didn't have time to write a script for this. You can fit two 120 or two 140 mil fans on here. You can also put a radiator on here, and on the back, so you can have up to two dual rad system in here. If you get this case and you want to do the full water cooling dual rad setup, you're only going to be able to throw in, I believe, a mini ITX board in here. Let's close the gull wing. Oh my god, I love this. Let's close the gull wing side panels here. Has a filter as well. And if we look at the top, yeah, you can definitely tell this is handmade. This is so you're going to be putting your motherboard facing up, and all of your cables will be routing out the back. There's space for a 120 mil fan, and they actually include a bunch of cable ties as well as a fan grill, so your cables won't accidentally hit the fan at all, which is a great touch. We have the power button, a type A, type C, and front audio. And then this is the back. Of course, if you have a rad, it'll come and exhaust out the back here. And man, the attention to detail, all over the case, there are a lot of these little points where you can put in little Velcro straps. And he's included 5 of them already, and along with a bunch of ties. So in this position, this is probably the best I can do with regards to kind of showing it off before building in it. Yeah, let's introduce the system I'll be putting into it. So when I initially got this case, I was thinking I would get it via DHL or something like that, something that would take 3 to 5 days. Unfortunately, as I said at the beginning of the video, it took a good 2 weeks to get this thing in. And I guess that's, normal shipping from Finland over using Finland's postal service or whatever they used. Shipping was not cheap, but I'll go over the pricing later. So I immediately pulled out this my PC out of the rack mount case that I showed off in my office tour video. And I thought it would take so long to get this case because I was checking the tracking information every day and it wasn't updating, so my mind was going crazy, and I still needed to use this thing, that I decided to get my own little test bench. So this is a mini DTX motherboard. This is the Asus Crosshair 8 Impact. This is a Corsair AX1000 PSU that I have been using forever. This thing has been in like 4 systems at this point, maybe 5. I got my RTX 3080 Ti, and a good, what is this, the Noctua, I believe it's the NH, it's the big chonker with the 140 mil fans. Well, all right, I think it's time to see if we can get this gaming PC into its new home. So I'll move the camera and we'll see how that goes. So we're gonna end today there. Didn't quite get finished and didn't really bother cable managing anything because I seem to have made a tactical error in the cooler I picked by picking the chonkiest Noctua cooler, the double tower here. I seem to have blocked my access to a rear fan, the rear 140 mil that I have, as well as the one below it. And also the 120 mil that's meant to go up here to pull air out, it does not quite fit either. So I'm going to, I'm gonna order a smaller, probably the U12, and we'll go from there. So it's day 2. Got some new stuff in the mail, thanks to living in a metropolis area and having Amazon Prime ready. I have a Noctua NH-U12S to replace the Chungus 140 millimeter 15 or whatever. We have a new cooler that'll allow me to fit the other fans, and we've learned a lot of other stuff over the past few days as well. So let's get back to it and finally finish this build. all in all, I'm a huge fan of the Kanto case, and I don't regret buying it. Other than bubbling over the gullwing doors a little bit, I'm sure I could have taken them off, but I was a bit too afraid to. I love how this thing just looks like another piece of furniture in my studio. The build quality is excellent, but we'll have to see what time does to the laser cut wood panels here on the side. If I had any feedback for Cubeor, it would be great to be able to get wood panels separately, to be able to buy them separately in case it chips or breaks. Also, including matching screws for the power supply would be great. I'm fully aware that this is not for everybody, and the fact that you can only find it on Etsy makes that point pretty clear. I'm at a point in my life where this style just works for me. As much as I am a gigantic fan of Lian Li, Corsair, and other case manufacturers, they will always cater to their strong gamer base, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But of course, all of this comes at a premium. The case is $350, and shipping will bring that to well over $400, and this is for an mATX case. That being said, I'm so glad this thing exists. So of course, I'll include the link to Cubeor's Etsy store below if you're interested in checking out the Kanto case. You'll get a choice of a white version of the metal and 2 other wood stains. Well, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this jerry-rigged build vlog. As I said, the only time I've ever built a computer on camera was on my Twitch stream, so I hope I didn't embarrass myself that much. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, that's all I got. See ya.